Hey guys, David here, and I just got done talking to somebody on Facebook, and it was an amazing conversation. He was interested in doing some type of ads, and I was talking to him and bouncing some of my ideas on how to work that ad and how to make it profitable. I like having those conversations with people. It keeps me in tune with what is actually going on. And the coolest thing about having those conversations is I know that they're going to fail soon, and that sounds terrible, doesn't it? It sounds absolutely like the worst thing ever, but when you first roll out an ad, more than likely it's not going to work out the way you want. And while some people run from that, successful people like myself and people who are having success in marketing or advertising love it. I love when I fail. I do, because if I roll out an ad and it goes perfectly, right, and it goes absolutely perfect, then that's it. There's no gratification after that. Success for me is getting something that failed to work more so than something that's already working to work better. I get more satisfaction out of failing. When I roll out an ad and it doesn't work, I'm so in tune with that ad. I'm switched on. I want to know why it failed. How do I optimize what worked right, if anything worked right? How to get the thing that worked wrong working right? And it's kind of like building a jigsaw puzzle. When you take apart that puzzle, right, and you turn the box up and you're looking at the box and you see the picture, but in front of you are all these different pieces, and you actually have to go out there and put this together. Oh man, it's the best feeling in the world. It's the best feeling. Think about it. If you've ever done a puzzle and you put it together, how often do you take apart that puzzle and then put it back together? You don't. Usually you're going to go out and buy a new puzzle. Well, with marketing and advertising, it's an unlimited puzzle, right? It's unlimited. As soon as I get an ad to work or I get a campaign to work, the next thing that goes through my head is, how do I make this a little bit better? And then how do I do it with a different modality? What works in newspaper doesn't work in TV. What works in radio doesn't necessarily work in the movie theater. What works on Facebook, if I was doing Facebook ads, which I don't do too many of those at all because I don't like Facebook, but what works on Facebook might not work in a solo ad. And when you're going out and you're trying all these different things, it's like all new puzzles. You pick up one marketing modality, whatever it is, and then you learn it until you can teach it, right? And then you can get paid for those failures. The only reason why people pay me the money that I have is because they don't want to experience the failures. They'd rather pay me to tell them why they're failing. And I do the same thing. When I have a problem, I go to someone and I pay them to tell me why I'm failing or why something isn't working or how can I get something to work. And that feeling is the best feeling ever. Because when someone takes something that's failing and they're so frustrated and then you can help them, oh, that's amazing. But the reason why it's so amazing is because I've been there. People can come to me on different topics and I can, slingshot them or, leapfrog and get them the success that they're after shortly because I failed so much. It's always better to learn off of someone else's failure, but it's so gratifying to fail yourself and then turn that around and be a success. Those are the best stories. Think about it. The best stories in life are people who fell down and then got back up and got it working, right? One of my favorite movies is Rocky, right? Rocky was getting beat up and he was a terrible boxer at one point in time, but he had a dream. And even though he was knocked down and that he was failing, he still went on to be a success. And even more so, he became a big success because he just didn't give up and he got it to work. That's the awesome sauce to me. That's the best thing ever, when you have those failures and you can turn those around. And with marketing, you can turn a failure into a success and then turn that around and jump into a different modality and fail all over again and then figure out success. And then once you have enough failures, you'll have enough success. The famous Michael Jordan quote about how many shots he's missed and all that, and that's why he's Michael Jordan, that's real. But no one wants to go through that. I just encourage you guys to embrace that. Embrace the failure, embrace the suck, embrace everything that goes wrong in your life, because that's the only way that you can get it to go right. So I hope that helped you out, guys, and we'll talk soon.